we call NILE CAST news that comes on your way from Mondays to Sunday from the hour of 7 up to the hour of 8 p.m. I know everywhere in the world people already prepared for Christmas. Beside me, I know you have seen it, but that's not the main focus here. The main focus is what is happening in the world of news. As I had said earlier on, my name is Oracle Benson Pastore. As usual, we start with what is happening within the region, and most of our stories are what is happening within the region of West Nile. Before we take a look at the details of the news, let's first take a look at what is happening in the headlines before I bounce back to give you the details. Coming up in the news headlines tonight, NGO helps vulnerable Oro City widow reclaim sold land. Moyo and the Kajokeji leaders concerned over crimes in refugee camps. And the Kokoro United Feminist Judgment Town Council Football Club in the Regional League. More about this in NILE CAST news. Bouncing back to give you the news into details, and we are starting it within Oro City, that's in Ivory West Division, as Anna, a widow and a resident of NILE CAST village in Luluri Town Council and the Ivory West Division in Oro City, is now in great joy after winning back her land that was forcefully sold by her son. Faris Majid compiles the story.
It was in 2022 when Anna Ezaro, a vulnerable widow and resident of NILE CAST village in Luluri Town Council and Ivory West Division, Oro City, found herself in a tricky situation after her third-born allegedly connived with the NILE CAST chairperson to sell a piece of land belonging to her. Anna, the mother of 6, struggled to raise her children after the death of her husband over 25 years ago, but however was shocked to learn of illegal land transactions her son Bernard Anduma, a 27-year-old, was engaged in connivance with the area leader to dupe her.
My son connived with the LC1 chairperson and picked 4 million from the purported buyer of the land. I wasn't aware of this because I was busy struggling to raise the 800,000 to compensate for the accident. We launched a hunt for him and got him from Mawacha district.
Anna's son Bernard is alleged to have connived with the NILE CAST village local council 1 chairperson Simon Chandia to dupe her of the land, claiming that he was involved in a motorbike accident. Upon hearing that her son already sold a piece of land which he intends to use for construction of her own house, Anna tried to refund the money, which never yielded, prompting her to seek for intervention of higher authorities, where in 2022 she reported the matter to Ivory Division Police for intervention, where she was introduced to Redeem International.
So when we got the money to refund to the buyer, he called and asked us for his money because we were no longer selling the land. But when I entered inside to pick the money, he refused, asking us to hand over at the LC's home. Mama sende fe vina guri de retalo amane remi badela akun kene ile sende ko kan I sende dentete parindra in sende of azul sia daleria.
Today, Anna, who represents a number of women going through similar challenges, is calling upon them to come out and report the matter to police for interventions from stakeholders.
Today the land belongs to me. So whenever I meet fellow women with similar challenges, I tell them to report to Redeem International.
Her son has since pleaded guilty of the crime and is serving a 6-month term at a raw government prison.
So you know the maximum penalty of some of these offenses can take you to over 10 years. But they reduce these sentences to a lesser period spent in prison. So because he had not wasted court's time, he was remorseful, he said Anna should forgive him, bafereni 6 months imprisonment.
Kumakech Dennis Atine, the programs manager with the Redeem International, confirms that efforts are already underway to secure land to avoid future troubles.
Part of this restoration program is preceded by aspects where probably people have returned back land. One of the things that we do probably immediately land is return, as you earlier on heard from the various people in our office about it. One of the things is that we do clear demarcation to avoid future issues again.
Bako Judith, the Assistant Resident City Commissioner who represents the Resident City Commissioner Salim Kumakech, lauded the organization for helping the widow as she appeals to persons with similar cases to report the matter to police in order to get help.
Justice has been shown today that this land has been restored, and it is my humble request that if there are widows and widowers and orphans below 18 who have the same cases, they should be able to report to police.
Redeem International is a non-government organization striving to defend the rights of the vulnerable community members, for instance the widows, widowers and orphans below the age of 18 years. And to celebrate Anna's victory, the community members were gathered on Friday 20th of December 2024 to witness this historic activity. Farish Majid, Oraku Benson Pastore, reporting for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Away from that story within Arua City, now jetting to Greater Madi region, particularly in Moyo district, leaders in Kajokeji and their counterparts in Moyo district are worried about criminal activities taking place in refugee settlements. The leaders raised the concern during a cross-border peace conference organized by Lutheran World Federation in Kajokeji, that's in South Sudan. Okumu Dominic compiles the story.
During the engagement meeting, the leaders got concerned about the criminal activities happening in Palorinya refugee settlement in Obongi district, where some criminals believed to be South Sudanese tend to commit crime within the camps and run back to Kajokeji, and those who also commit crimes from Kajokeji tend to escape to the camps with little or no traces. Lisi David Christopher, the Commissioner Kajokeji County, warned the public living within the camps against concealing information about the people who continuously commit crimes in the camps, saying in the long run, the same people who are being protected by the community will turn against the locals and it will harm the country as a whole.
But if you think you don't want to tell, you wanted somebody to come and tell, that somebody will also fail, he will not tell, and the criminality will continue. And it will touch Ugandans. I wanted to tell you this one very clearly. It will touch the Ugandans. Both the refugees and the Ugandans are going to be target of the targets that they used to do to us, and we are not tolerating anymore. We are not even going to give them any room, because the last time we said we have given them chance up to December to hand themselves to come, and we give them freedom to go to their houses. What we know is that we have peace going on in another. The peace for the whole house groups is going on in Nairobi. So who are these people in the camps?
Sekama Julian, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Moyo, said it's true criminal activities have been reported from the refugee camps, but however, as security, they are always restrained by the United Nations policies on refugees, which makes it difficult for them to apprehend such criminals and prosecute them, but adds that they are doing their best to overcome the situation.
We are all affected by the activities of the camp, by the criminal activities in the camp. And like I said earlier, along the region where you mentioned, and other areas within this geographical area, is where this criminality all happens. And when it happens, we have to do with the information. One of them, we don't publicize it, but we go ahead and dig around to understand what exactly we are dealing with. At national level, with our guests as a country, we are in settlements in Uganda. However, we have policies under which we are managed, and those are the UNHCR policies under the management of refugees, of which all of us in this room know, because that is the industry we are in.
Honorable Tiondi Dominic, the chairman Local Council 3, Lefori Town Council, feels the joint security monitoring along the border is not adequate enough, and this explains why criminals still continue to cause untold suffering to the people, both in Uganda and South Sudan.
Someone comes from the camp, come and pick someone from here. So it means our boundary system is not very significant. So, we understand this conference as one of the action points. As we continue the European monitoring, we have to spend it because we may continue to face some of these challenges like this PTSD and even unwanted.
Wani Abraham, a representative of the Refugee Welfare Committee chairperson in Palorenia, said most of the people living within the camps know who these criminals are, but they fear to report to the authorities because they feel their families will be attacked by the criminals.
The aspect of fear, Palorenia has 120 plus refugees, majority from South Sudan here. Some of them people doing all these criminal activities. Our brothers, our sisters, our relatives. Usually also they here, we also know them there. They do the nonsense in the settlement, they cross here, they do the nonsense here, they cross there. I will know, for example, but I will fear because if I go and fire, my brother is going to Egypt, tomorrow they're coming for me. That fear is there, we have to accept that. And somebody now will become very happy to reform. And that makes all those nonsense to continue.
Palorenia Refugee Settlement, established in 2016, is a home of over 10,000 refugees from South Sudan, mainly Kajokeji County, but the camp has been grappling with the challenge of security, with several refugees killed without any specific reason by unknown gunmen who are believed to be from South Sudan. It's from this background that some of the leaders feel the security operatives are not doing enough to stop these unexplained killings within the refugee camps. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Still keeping the pace within Greater Mali region, now moving to Adjumani district, the executive and members of Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, West Nile Regional Network, calls for smart environment. This call was made during the annual get-together on 21st of December 2024 at Laser Park in Adjumani district. Onzima Alan compiles the story.
The executive and members of the Institute of the Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, ICPAU West Nile Regional Network, calls for smart environment. This call was made during the annual get-together on the 21st of December 2024 at Lasers Park in Adjumani district. During the celebrations, Ismail Mambo, an auditor, applauded the fellow accountants for the move of impressing clean environment.
For us to have a very beautiful social event like this. Thank you so much. We expect the one that we already have in Haida to look more beautiful than this. And it is very unfortunate that we have not received people from Great Navy.
Chandia Stephen, the chairperson, Institute of Certified Public Accountants Uganda, West Nile Regional Network, applauded members and urged the accountants to support the eye of cleanness. He said a clean environment is part of life.
As we go out, we need to support the issue of cleanliness. That is, for me in my village, once a week, we push cameras into our hands and we walk 50 meters and I live along the road, down and up, every week collecting Kavera and through and that's the kind of thing we want to do. This morning, as we did parade, we were given bottles of water. Okay? Much as there was some young man there collecting the drinking bottles, but I was saying those leads of water, I saw people just throwing them peacefully on the road and walking past, very peacefully. And we be conscious of cleaning our environment.
Ochen Andrew, the Chief Administrative Officer, Jumani District, said it's such a good moment where experience and challenges are shared. He, however, said through this profession, they are working closely to ensure resources are well managed and technically distributed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to thank you for the effort. I've worked in many districts, but I've not seen such a commitment and the numbers of those who have already registered by now. It is an inspiration to the others who are in the process, and I know you'll be able to make it through, because by the mere numbers that we already have registered, it's a motivation, and therefore I'm very quite sure that many of you will follow suit.
Derek Ngaja, the Secretary CEO Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, said this institution was created with mandate from Uganda Parliament Act, although has no special funding from government but gets support from community to run its day-to-day activities.
But it is the accountancy profession that manages the economy. Many people tend to believe that the economy is managed as the Ministry of Finance. But if these individual accountants do not do the right thing, the professionalism that is required to manage the businesses, manage the local government units, in the way that resources are supposed to be utilized, then as an economy, we go wrong. In fact, I always tell people that if you see a good company, then they will see a good finance team.
Obumai Simon, the Assistant Resident District Commissioner Jumani, underscored the uniqueness of accountancy in government activities, adding that without them the government is handcuffed.
It's through you that we're able to run our government. If a government is to be a body, then the accountants should be the blood. Because without you, we cannot run. You are the ones feeding us, telling us where resources should be placed where. So I want to thank you for keeping the body, which is the government, and continue to flow in the blood of this government. You play a vital role.
Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda West Nile Regional Network is the regional arm of Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, that is the National Professional Accountancy organization established in 1992 by an Act of Parliament. Now the Accounts Act 2013 is to regulate and maintain the standards of accountancy in Uganda and to prescribe and regulate the conduct of accountants in Uganda. ICPAU is dedicated to serving the public's interest by strengthening to the growth and development of Uganda's economy. Masidaru Ojima Allen, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Now finalizing this segment with a story that's coming from Greater Alu region. It's like this. Unzuku Catholic Church struggled to finish a construction which is in a complex. Sorry for that. Unzuku Catholic Church struggles to finish construction, which is a complex issue that involves various stakeholders and challenges. One of the primary concerns is the financial burden that comes with building a new church. Alfred Jao reports about that.
Onjoko Catholic Church struggles to finish construction is a complex issue that involves various stakeholders and challenges. One of the primary concerns is the financial burden that comes with building a new church. The cost of construction, maintenance and repairs can be overwhelming, especially for smaller parishes. Umir Patrick, Chairman Construction on Onjoko Catholic Church, said that the struggle to finish construction is not just about financial constraints, but also about emotional attachment to the old church. He added that some parishioners may feel a strong sense of nostalgia and resistance to change, making it difficult for them to adopt to a new church building.
Of flowering, because we are doing this by this means. Whatever we have, we just apply, we use it depending on the scopes of work which are meant to be done, because we are guided by the engineer. So we sit together our engineer who is supervising this construction comes up with the scope of work, which is price. We send this to parish priest who approves, and the money is withdrawn.
Additionally, Honorable Hashim Suleiman, Member of Parliament in the municipality, noted that the construction process itself can be a source of stress and anxiety for parishioners. Despite these challenges, Honorable Hashim Suleiman added that many Catholic churches are able to overcome their struggles and complete their construction projects. He supported the construction works of Onjoko Catholic Church with over 3 million shillings.
It's not healthy for darling in the woman. So, woman what immediate activity because even the parish priest advised them so. Kami show a few years, then associated with other parts. Or the area of sectors, because at once it should be a record. So I was thinking it's not healthy for darling in the middle to be a woman. So China woman is removed. What is the immediate activity to be taken because even the parish priest advised them so. Kami show for a few years, then associated with other parts or the area of sectors, because at once it should be a record. So I was thinking slowly it will be finished.
With perseverance, determination, and a strong sense of community, parishes can come together to build a new church that meets their needs and serves as a vibrant center of worship and community life. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Now getting into another segment, that is the world of sports. We are starting it straight away with a story that's happened within the region of West Nile. Actually, over the weekend, we had so many encounters in West Nile Regional League, both Nyagaki Zone and Nile Zone. But this one, we are commencing it from Marata District, whereby Okokoro managed to humiliate a side in the names of Dacia Juman Town Council Football Club, humiliating them by 4 goals to nil to keep their hopes of Regional League playoffs alive, and also to see that they keep on moving away from relegation zone. First, take a look at the story before I bounce back to give you more of the stories. Okokoro United humiliates Juman Town Council Football Club 4-0 at home as they continue to fight for Regional League playoffs position. 2 goals from the Ida stanza has seen Okokoro bounce back from back-to-back defeats in the league to revive the hope for the fans. Different stakeholders on the side of Okokoro United have expressed their gratitude after the great win over a Juman-based side.
There's our home game, and as per now we remain with 3 more games to come, and we're expecting to pick maximum of 9 points to take us to a better position, in this first league games. And as per now, the boys are all ready. They are doing well in the training session. All the boys, all the players, they always around. They always come for training session. We are so happy that remaining these games we are going to impress the team. The fans will not be worried, and we're expecting to have good display in these remaining games.
It was an amazing game. We are so happy, and everyone was excited after finishing the game. It has been our prayers for the whole of this week. We really appreciate God for granting us our prayers. Thank you so much. The whole of this week we have been losing the game, but still we have been encouraging our players not to lose hope, because we knew in the football or in the game there is a chance to win or to lose. So when it is on your side, you win. When it is on your the bad ones on your side, you lose. But we have come back. We are so proud and we love our players. We love the players. Even fans are so happy. They've been helping them in the camp, giving them food, giving them all the service they need.
I am extremely very happy with the performance of Kokoro. You know, Kokoro FC is now the identity of Marcha District. It's the only performing team besides Androvo FC in the regional league. Now my call to the stakeholders of football is that these games are so much demanding and they really need a lot of resources. And these resources cannot really be generated with the gate fees that the teams collect when we are playing games like this. So I'm calling upon the stakeholders of Marcha to join hands and extend support to this club.
Meanwhile, Chandiga Andrew, the head coach of Adjuman Town Council Football Club, attributes the humiliation as a result of inadequate preparation ahead of this encounter.
Our preparation was not really enough because the players are up to so many things that I think the preparation was really not so well this time. And then it's the worst game that we have ever had, in all these games I've played. The players have not been training so well. The motivation, I think some are dropped a little down. And then that's the reason why we lost. The fans say this is not the end. We try to see how we can fix this problem and try to see how the players come back in training, and then training is one way to go, that if the team does train well and then the result comes this way.
Next for Kokoro United will be an away trip to Androvo in what we call Malta Derby before hosting Araka again at home to finalize first phase, whereas Adjuman Town Council Football Club will have to maintain Paridi as the host Tipsa in their next encounter. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE CAST Sports. Welcome back from that particular story. Now summarizing the results of the games that were played in the regional league in the both zones over the weekend. On Friday, around 4 games were played, with Nile Hippos being beaten by Kluva Rainbow by 2-1. Meanwhile, Arue City was away to Madokolo and they played into a 1-1 draw. Arak also played into a barren draw, with BK City losing into the hands of Coach Urban by 2-1. Then on Saturday, Nebisendo were aced at home by Parombo Mission Stars by 1-0. Arue Airfield was away to Arue District and won the game by 1-0. Meanwhile, Okokoro, as it has been played, we are 4-0 winners over the side of Adjuman Town Council Football Club, and the last game, which was played on Saturday, was a barren draw between Ottoman and the team of Koboko Rising Stars. Meanwhile, yesterday, the game between Pakwati Young Stars and Paida United ended in a barren draw, and we saw Alpha Rising Stars losing into the hands of Padia Rising Stars by 2-1. The game between Odamatako Sendo and the team of Androvo did not take place because Androvo lost one of their players. They were for burial. May his soul rest in eternal peace. And let's now take a look at the table standing after match day 8 and match day 9. Starting it with the Nile zone. On top is still Odamatako Sendo. Matches did not play their match day 9 of the league. They have 17 points. Second on the log is Koboko Rising Stars with 15 points. Total comes to third position with also 15 points. At number 4 is Araka with 13 points. Ottoman comes at the 5th position with 12 points. Nigeria Super Eagles is also at number 6 with 12 points. Okokoro United is at number 7 with 12 points. And the team that completes top 8 is the team of Adjuman Town Council Football Club, also with 12 points. Down in the relegation zone, we have teams like Coach Urban, Tipsa, Barakala City, and lastly Androvo. Unfortunately, Androvo is having a point there. And then in Nyagaki zone, here is the table standing. Nebisendo is still leading the race with 18 points, being followed keenly by Paida United with 16 points. The team of Arue Airfield comes at the third position with 16 points. At number 4 is the team of Kuluva Rainbow with 15 points. Not Kuluva Rainbow, rather Pakwati Young Stars with 15 points. At number 5 is Kuluva Rainbow with 15 points. At number 6 is Alpha Rising Stars with 14 points. Nile Hippos is at number 7 with 12 points. And the team that completes top 8 is the team of Parombo Mission Stars with 11 points there. Let's leave the the stories about Western Regional League there, and we now get to the second tier of Ugandan football. I am talking about Bet Power FUFA Big League, whereby we had so many games yesterday, with Arrow Hill losing into the hands of Gaddafi by 2-1. Meanwhile, Blacks Power is out Maida or as Malaba Youth Development Association by 1-0, with Boma sharing the spoils with Ntukaseza, which ended 1-1. Meanwhile, Paida Black Angels lost narrowly into the hands of Karo Karunji by 1-0, with Buimba beating aside Kataka by 2-1, and Onduparaka had to settle for 1-1 draw with the Tigezi Home Boys. And the last game was between Calvary and the team of Tinda Boys, and Western Base side lost the encounter by 2-1. Here comes the highlights of the log, where is the table standing in Bet Power FUFA Big League, with Gaddafi now on top with the 23 points. Second on the log is Blacks Power with the 23 points also. At number 3 is Onduparaka with the 19 points. Top 4 is actually completed by the team of Buimba with rather 19 points. And Calvary comes at 5th position with 18 points there. Why don't we then move to the Africans' favorite league? I am talking about European sports, basically English Premier League, whereby we also had so many encounters over the weekend, and yesterday we had dramatic encounters: Liverpool up against Spurs, Manchester United, Bournemouth. But let's go systematically. All these games started on Saturday with Aston Villa again beating Manchester City by 2-1. Meanwhile, Newcastle was away to Ipswich Town and they managed to demolish them by 4-0. And Arsenal thrust aside Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in London Derby by 5-1. Nottingham Forest still continues with its fine form, beating Brentford at home by 2-0, and Brighton and Hove Albion had to settle for 1-1 draw with the Hammers. I am talking about the team of West Ham. And Wolves was away to the Foxes, that's at King Power Stadium, and Leicester could not maneuver through Wolves and suffered by 3-0. I mean, Wolves beating aside Leicester by 3-0. Chelsea had to play out a barren draw with the team of Everton, which was yesterday, with the Bournemouth demolishing aside assembling Manchester United at Old Trafford by 3-0. Meanwhile, for Southampton and the private cottage-based club, that's the Fulham, they also had to play a barren draw there, and the dramatic encounter was between Liverpool and the team of Spurs, whereby 9 goals were scored. Fortunately, it was Liverpool, Anfield-based club, that won against Spurs by 6-3 there. Before I leave the studios for the next program, I need to give you the highlights of the log. That is the table standing. On top is Liverpool still with 39 points, but they have played a game less than the rest of the teams. With the team that's Everton, it's a postponed game. Anytime they will play the game. Chelsea comes to second position with 35 points. Third on the log is Arsenal with 33 points. Interestingly and surprisingly, and is the team of Nottingham Forest completing the top 4 with 31 points. That's all what we had prepared for you in the other segment of news, including what's happening in the world of sports. Have the best of your moments. I should say we'll link up again tomorrow, still at the same time. What I want to say is have a brilliant Christmas celebration, not forgetting about prosperous New Year, because Christmas is just a day after tomorrow's day, and New Year is still coming.